Welcome back. In this video we are going to practice technique of differentiation with problems that are application of calculus. So in this first problem, problem 51, is annual earnings. These are the annual earnings that a company is having when the time is passing. So the time is measured in years. So as the time is passing, the annual earning is recording. In 2008, here is 2008 at the zero, the annual earning, when t equals 0, the annual earning is, you see here, a of t is 0.1 t squared plus 20t plus 20. When t equals 0, the annual earning is 20. Okay, so my graph will start here. And because it's a parabola, we'll do something like this. So at t equal 1 is 2009. So the annual earning will be bigger. At 2010 is t equals 0, t is the time, t equals 0, t equals 1, t equals 2. So what's the question is asking? It's asking about the slope. What is the velocity of the earning? What is the amount of earning per unit of time that happen at the end of each year? So to do this, we do the derivative. What is the derivative of this function? The derivative of this function is a polynomial. See this detail about units. A of t is the amount of earnings and is in dollars. T is in years. So 0.1 have to be dollars per years. 0.1 dollars per year square. And this 10 that is here should be $10 per year. Why? Because if I multiply $10 by time, by year, I will have just dollars. And dollars is the amount of earning. So what is the speed of the earning in dollars per years? Dollars per years. So how many dollars are you earning per year? It's like they pay you $10 per hour. So every hour you earn $10. But this is a fixed amount of money that they pay you per hour. Here, the amount of earning per unit of time is changing with time. As you see, when you are in 2010, the slope is bigger. The slope will be in 2010, the slope is bigger, so it's changing with time, the slope. So you may start earning $10 per hour here, and you may end here on 2010 earning $20 per year. So the question is, how much are you earning here per year, and how much are you earning here per year? Okay, what is the slope? The slope means if you have to substitute the parabola for a rectilinear line, what will be the slope of the rectilinear line? So this is a problem that we have discussed many times during the class, and we can find and answer the question that it says, what is the rate at what is earning the company is growing up in 2012? In 2012, from 2008 to 2012 is 4 years. So at t equals 4, the slope, the dollar per year that is earning is 0.2t plus 10, because we did the derivative of this expression, and the derivative of this expression is 2 times 0.1t, the derivative of 10t is 10, the derivative of 20 is 0. So the derivative is 0.2t plus 10 that evaluate at t equals 4 will give you $10.8 per year. So in 2012, you are earning $10.8 per year. Every year you are going to earn 10.8. Obviously that if it's a company This amount is fixed in thousands, so it would be $10,800 per year. So at what percentage? So we have answered the question A. Let's go to answer the question B. At what percentage rate the gross annual earning growing with respect to time 2012? So what it says, what is this? You know what is the amount of earning in 2012? The amount of earning in 2012 is you just plugging in this equation t equal 4, and you will have 61.6 in thousand probably dollars. But the question is not how much you are earning in 2012. The question is about the percentage, and the percentage, if you have seen my video about percentage, the percentage of the rate of change. The percentage of the rate of change is the rate of change divided by the value A multiplied by 100. So it will be 100, so the derivative, the slope at t equal 4 is 10.8. Divide by the amount of earning, this will give you a percentage that the company is earning. If you do the figures, it will be 17.53%. So now let's go to do another problem. We practice again the same idea, the same concepts. This problem is about property tax. And it say like this. It say record indicate that X year after 2008, so X equal 1 means 2009. The average property tax of the 3-bedroom home in a certain community was T of X 20X squared plus 40X plus 600. So the tax at t equals 0 is 600. So the curve will start here and will do like a parabola going up. So the slope is changing all the time. All the time the slope is changing. At what rate was the property tax increasing with respect to 2008? At what rate was the property tax increasing? So what is the derivative of t respect to the time? So t of t is 20t squared plus 40t plus 600. What is the derivative? What is the change per unit of time of the property tax? Well, if you make the derivative, it will be 40t plus 40. In 2008, the slope is 40. It means that at 2008, the slope is not as I did it here. The graph starts like this, and the slope is something like this, and the amount of slope is $40 per year. It means that for this rectilinear line, if you advance 1 year in the time, you earn $40. So this is what it means, $40. What it means that the slope in 2008 is $40. So the slope is 40 divided by 1. Opposite divided by adjacent. Or rise divided by run. Okay. In 2012, the slope is different. What is the slope in 2012? If you see the figure, in 2012, let's say that is 2 years. 2 years after that, the slope will be bigger, will be something like this, and it will be bigger. Okay. And what is the slope? Well, you make the derivative, you evaluate at t equal 4 or t equal 5, 2012, well, 2012 is t equal 4, you will have that the derivative of t respect to the t evaluate at the time t equal 4 is $200. So it means that in 2008 you start with a rectilinear line with a slope $40 per year. But in 2012, your graph will be like this. When you walk 1 year, the height will be 200. So now this is the slope here, $200 per year. So this is the slope. Then you change the slope in 5 times. You change the slope from 40 to 200, so this is 5 times. But the question B say, by how much did the tax change between year 2008 and 2012? Well, at the time t equals 0, the tax that they were charging you, it was $600. At the time t equals 4, you plug in 4 on the expression of t, and the amount of money that will be the tax at t equals 4 will be 20 by 4 squared plus 40 multiplied by 4 plus 600 total. The total will be 600 plus 760, 700, 1080, and the total. And what will be the T4 minus T8? T4 minus T8 will be 1080 minus 600. This is the change in the increase in the amount of tax property that they are charging you. Now we have, let's go to do problem 54, advertising. So you have a model of the numbers n of motorbikes that you can sell when you spend X dollar. So the X refer to the dollars, X refer to the dollar spent in advertising, dollars spent, and the M or the N is the number of motorbikes sold. Number of motorbikes that are being sold. Number of motorbike that are sold. And of course, N of X means the numbers of motorbike that are sold when you spend X dollar, that are sold when you spend X dollar, let's say 9,000 or whatever. So what is the function? The function, the modeling say that the number of motorbikes that you are going to sell when you spend X dollar is 2,300 plus 125 divided by X minus 517, so I made a mistake here, 17, and 17, and here is 17, here is 34. Okay, when you spend X dollar, this is the modeling of what you will sell. So the input is the dollar that you spent. The output is the number of motorbike that you are going to sell. So this is the equation. So we want to see what is the slope when X equal 9,000. When you spend $9,000, how is the slope? If the slope is positive, it means that you are in a curve that the slope is positive, means that you are like this. So the number of motorbikes are growing up. So the time here is here. If the slope is positive, you are always selling more motorbike. But if the slope is negative, it means that as you are going to spend X money, X dollar, your amount N of motorbike is decreasing. So what you will prefer is to have a positive slope than a negative slope. Positive slope guarantee that you spend X dollar and you sell more motorbike. So let's go to find the slope at X equal 9,000. The slope is easy to calculate. The slope to 2,300 is 0. The slope of this function 125x minus 1 is minus 125x minus 2, and the slope of this one is minus 2. This minus with this minus become this is positive, so it would be 2 times x 517, which is 1034, divided by x cubed. Okay, when x equal 9,000, you will plug in 9,000 on your equation, and you will have that this is the slope. But here there is a mistake, because x is in thousand. So what I have to plug in is not 9,000. What I have to plug in is 9. So if I plug in 9, and 9, I need to see if the slope is positive or negative. Minus 125 divided by 9 plus 132 divided by 9 squared and 9 cubed. Is this a positive number or a negative number? Well, we take the calculator and we'll do it. And when we'll do it, let me do it one moment. Okay, I did it, and it's a negative number. So this is minus 1.54, and this number is 1 plus 1.41. So the number is negative, meaning that you are doing a bad business, because you are spending money and you are selling less motorbike every time, because the slope is negative. So when the slope is zero, that is the good question. It should be 0 before x equal 9. Before you spend $9,000 in advertising, should be 0. So if the derivative in respect to the x is positive, that means that the number of motorcycles that is increasing when you are selling is increasing, and the number of motorbikes are increasing, and or if x2, it means exactly like this. If x2, the number of dollars that you spend, is bigger than x1, the number of dollars that you have spent. So maybe you spend here at the time, you spend $10,000. That is bigger than $9,000. When you spend, if the function is increasing, is meaning that n, when you have spent $10,000, is bigger than n, the number of motorbike that you are going to sell when you spend $9,000. This is a situation that we expect, but the situation that we have is a decreasing function. The derivative of n respect to x is negative. So in this case, if the derivative of n respect to the x is negative, the slope do like this, negative. So as x increase, x goes to the right, the number of motorbike decrease is smaller. So we have at the point x equal 9, where the derivative in respect to the x is negative. And we wonder for what amount x of money, of US dollar, we have to spend to have a slope 0. When we have a slope 0, we are at the maximum. So what is the amount of money that we have to spend? So in other words, when the derivative of n respect to the x is 0, when at what point x, the slope, this slope is 0, what point x? If here is negative, I suppose that before the 9, suppose that here is the 9, before the 9 the slope is 0. Let's go to check it. When this expression becomes 0, a little bit of algebra will show you that it happened when you multiply all the equation by x squared, and when you multiply all the expression by x squared, you will find this equation that you can solve in this way, and you can solve for x. And when you find the x equal 8.20 in thousand means 8,200 or 250. I didn't do the numbers. What it means is that when x equal 8,200, you are at the maximum. It means that your investment have sense because you invest 8,250 and you get a maximum selling of motorbike. But when you spend 9,000, you are not in the best position because the slope is negative. And now, if you spend more money, you will sell less motorbike. It's not worth it. Bad business. The good business is here. The bad business is in this side when you spend more than the 8,250. Okay. So these problems, they are 56. They are exactly the same thing. I leave you to you. Salary increase is asking the same questions. So please do it. Public transportation, again the same question, so you can do it. Okay, let's go to do problem 61. It says that it is projected that X month from now the population will vary, it will maybe grow up as this equation. So let's go to call X is in month. And P is the population, is the number of inhabitants, is the number of people. And let's go to change the X by the T, because T is time, is in month. And P, let's go to make it N, the number of people. So we have the function that the number of people at the time T is 2 times T, because we have changed the X by the T, plus 4 times T 3/2 plus 5,000. The problem is asking you after 9 months, after T equal 9, what is the slope? What is the population changing? Is increasing? Is maintained stable? Or is decreasing? If maintained stable means that the slope is 0. If increasing means that the slope is positive. If decreasing, it means that the slope is negative. What is the derivative of n respect to the time t? The derivative of n respect to the time t is 2 plus 4 times 3/2 t 3/2 minus 1, which is 1/2, plus 0. Okay, what is the slope? The slope is the slope at the time t equal 9 months, is 2 plus 4 divided by 2 is 2 multiplied by 3, 6 times 9 1/2. But 9 1/2 is a square root of 9. And square root of 9 is 3. And 3 multiplied by 6 is 18. So the slope is 20. But 20 what? 20 people per month. What it means is that when you stop at the time t equal 9 months, and you see the graph, you will see a slope. And the rate of change of the population, of the number of people per month, the slope will be that if you walk 1 month, so you are in the 10th month, the change will be 20. So every month there is 20 more people that are 20 women have birth, or maybe the net population is increasing in 20 because maybe they are dying 30 people and they are having birth for 40 people. Oh no, for 50 people. Okay, if you graph this function in GeoGebra, let me graph for you. Let me see if I can graph for you. And here is the graph. And if you see at 9 months, at 9 months, the value of the function will be 5,000 and something. The slope, 5,000 and something, you go here, and the value of the function at t equal 9 will be 9 multiplied by 2, 18 people, 18, plus plus 9 cubed square root plus 5,000. At t equal 9, the number of people is this amount. What is this amount? This amount is 5,018, and the square root of 81, 9 by 9 by 9 is 700 and something, and the square root is 27. So it will be 18 plus 5,000. So the amount of people will be 5,045. 5,045 people. So if we go to our graph, at t equal 9 months, the graph will have 5,049. And what is the slope? The slope is here, and the slope is here. And if you can see the slope, you can make this calculation by yourself. You will see that going here, if you divide the rise by the run, you will have 20. So what is the rise? Let's go to see if I can see the rise. Indeed, it's difficult to see the rise, and it will take some time because the vertical axis is not here. But you can play with GeoGebra, and you can, for sure, you can agree with me if this 20 people per month is the slope of the graph at t equal 9 months. I'm sorry that I made a mistake here, because I didn't multiply by 4 this amount. So the total amount is a little bit bigger than this 5,045. And the other observation is here is plus 20 people per month. Plus 20 means that the slope is positive, so it's growing up. The population is growing up because the slope is positive. Just try to do this problem by yourself. It's very similar to the last problem.